don't go.
I think that works. I think legally we can tell people not to go to places. I don't know.
not
Does that?
go.
What do you think, Mark? Nice. Good job, Micaiah.
That sounds fun. Oh, that's cool.
They're going to be on this show, too.
I like those guys.
September 10th. September 9th. Here comes the underwrite. WMNF Tampa, you're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. I'm your host, Ken Apperson, back from my journey across the big pond over in Germany. Very happy to be here today with a local band, although in my opinion, they don't sound local. They sound national. They sound like they deserve to be on a national stage. We're going to do our part to make sure they get there. Speakeasy is live in studio with us today. How you guys doing?
Good.
Wonderful.
Yeah? You good? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are we feeling good about the show today?
I'm ready.
Jubilant. Let's do this.
Speakeasy is going to play a couple of songs, probably a couple more than a couple of songs for us. I'm really excited for you guys to hear their music, frankly. I've been listening to it all week. My girlfriend's been listening to it all week. She has a very discerning taste in music. So the fact that she wanted to hear you guys regularly, I'm like, okay, we'll put them on the show.
Nice,
that sounds like a plan. But we're going to get into who they are, where they come from, where they're going, as we always do on this show, a little deep dive into what makes them musicians and some of the stories behind their music. And without further ado, I'd love to hear you guys' first song.
All right, boys, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
Ain't no need to wonder. The love you need is here and always around. The lightning seeds the thunder. Oh yeah. So get your things and hit the road before you hear the sound. Echoes and even tide, chartreuse and dimming lights. Pack it up, take a stride on home again. Yeah. Found out the easy way. There ain't no easy pay. Got to believe there's still an end. Ain't no need to wonder. Love you need is here and always around. The lightning seeks the thunder. Oh yeah. So get your things and hit the road before you hear the sound.
The taste is sweet, I see your eyes look down the hall. Believe me, I can feel like I'm gonna fall. Maybe take a chance or maybe hit a wall. You see the change around you can't hurt it all. There ain't no need to wonder. The love you need is here and always around. The lightning sees the thunder. Oh yeah. So get your things and hit the road before you hear the sound.
Don't stop, don't wait. Found it in my heart's own lake. Ain't no question we belong here, right here. Take a chance, don't think it, I'll just dance with it. In this moment, there ain't no need to wonder. Love you need is here and always around. The lightning sees the thunder all night. So get your things and hit the road before you hear the sound.
Speakeasy here on Live Music Showcase. Ain't no need to wonder. Okay, first of all, I'm obsessed with the harmonies.
Yay.
How much time do you guys put into your harmonies?
Not as much as we should.
Not as much. That's always the answer of the musicians
Yeah.
who are like, oh,
We got a lot of influences from music that use that, and that was a good first song too because it showed that we all sing, and but Yeah.
Okay, so that was actually going to be my next question. So what did you guys grow up listening to that made you want to harmonize like this?
The Beatles and Crosby, Stills and Nash and the Eagles.
Okay.
A lot of folk stuff.
Yeah.
Laurel Canyon stuff.
Laurel Canyon. Okay.
Similar for me, a little bit more of the psychedelic rock and things like that. And,
Gotcha.
But you just hear a harmony and it just sounds better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's all there is to it.
It's an instrument in itself.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I couldn't agree more. And Kay, don't take this the wrong way.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
and join us on our live stream on Facebook to get confirmation of this. Your voice, if I close my eyes and I'm listening to your voice, you're singing, it looks more like Eric over here on the guitar.
I thought you were going to say a woman.
No, not at all. You have that textured, very comfortable, very like I have long hair and don't care kind of a voice. And you're a very clean cut. You're wearing a polo right now. You're a very clean cut guy.
I'm a no nonsense sort of guy.
Yeah, no nonsense. I see it. You got the horn rim glasses,
Thank
and I mean, you could get up off that keyboard and maybe get over on another keyboard and tell me how I can plan my finances for the rest of the year. Now, that said, that tells me that you are a big part of the organizational element of this band. Am I wrong?
True. I initiate the dysfunction.
Initiate the dysfunction. Okay, that's great. Okay, great. So you can definitely get a look at all of the bandmates right here on our live stream on Facebook. If you just go to facebook.com and you can search WMNF's Live Music Showcase to join in on the fun on our live stream. We have a really high production live stream. If you're just joining us, if you've never seen it before, it's quite a sight to be seen. A lot of people working behind the scenes to make sure it looks as good as it does. So thank you, everybody. We'll talk about who they are at the end of the show. But without diving into another subject, honestly, I think I want to dive into another song because I'm digging the vibes.
True.
Let's do it.
It comes in waves of cruel emotion. It waltzes on in and tangles out the foamy head of a fool's devotion. Capillary confidence in an ocean of doubt.
Here today and gone tomorrow, cold for moments, then you're high. Loving waves is hard to swallow. Learn to love the ones you got. And I am lost in the tidal wave.
Yeah, that's okay. It comes in waves from across the courtyard. A flip of the air and a look in her eyes. It comes in hundreds of hands dragging your head through the sand. You don't wanna go. And the more you twist and you fight, the more you think that they're right. But you can't let them know. Oh no, no.
Got your cake, now go and eat it. Sticky fingers, lick your plate. 'Cause after all, learning to ride the wave.
That's okay.
Oh, it comes in waves.
But it comes in waves, it comes in waves, it comes in.
Oh, it comes in waves.
Said it comes in waves, it comes in waves, it comes in.
Oh, it comes in waves.
Live music showcase here on 88.5. We've got Speakeasy in the studio here. All right, so the way that I typically do this show, a little like fourth wall breaking here real quick. Typically what happens is I do a little bit of research about the bands before they come in, and I think of topics to talk about, or sometimes it's even easier than that. Usually like we have a little pre-show powwow like we did before this show today. I'm like, oh, I can talk about this and that and this. So I had a few topics in my head. I keep getting distracted by those harmonies because I'm a big music nerd. So one question real quick, and then we're going to move on to a thing that I did want to actually get into. But who's the music theory nerd? Anyone?
We don't really have one.
No one has. No one's a music theory nerd.
Took it in high school.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason I ask is just because these are complex harmonies you guys are singing. So how do you work those out? Is someone writing them out, or do you got it's Kay
Usually.
on the keys?
Yeah, he's definitely been the pusher of it, I'd say, over time.
Okay.
And then we kind of find them depending on what we're doing.
Okay.
I don't know how you do it. I try to make my own, and it doesn't sound that good.
Yeah, because I'm hearing sevenths, I'm hearing
Thirds
second
and
intervals and
fifths, yeah.
right, all of them. Yes, for sure, augmented, diminished, and all that stuff. But I'm hearing complex harmonies and I'm hearing complex harmony structures, and I'm not hearing them in everything. And usually when it comes to harmony writing, for those at home who don't know, it's one or the other. Either you're feeling your way through them and you're going, okay, that one sounds good with that one. Let's add another one, see where that one fits, and then you got it. But usually when that happens, the people who write the harmonies end up with the same harmonies every time, because that's what sounds good every time. And I'm not hearing that here. So that's what made me question it. So you're just savants. You guys are just really, really good
That's what I would say.
at what you're doing. Okay,
I
yeah.
think it's
Take credit. It sounds great.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So the one thing I really wanted to talk about, because on this show, since we have a listener base who are a lot of them are musicians. A lot of them are aspiring musicians. They're people who want to do what you guys are doing, what you have done. And real quick, I want to check some boxes with you just to kind of see where we're at here. Your social media presence is really good. In that there's effort in it, consistent effort.
Thank
in
you.
it. You guys are doing you're doing comedy. You're doing sketches a little bit here and there, and you're having fun with it. And I would imagine that your audience is probably enjoying that as well. What inspired you guys to take that route and be that, I guess, committed to advertising your band on social media?
We have ascended philosophy.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
So
what I
it's-
was going to
Yeah,
say.
that's a pretty good point. We have found more success in not really thinking about it
Yes.
and just
Okay.
hitting record more often than not. We'll try to have ideas and stuff whenever we come to, if there's something we want to promote, if there's a funny idea, but it usually works out better the less we think about it.
Especially
Really?
our last promo.
It, yeah.
Was that the one on the
I was on
playground?
Yeah, I was on a
Yes.
Yeah.
playground.
Don't go watch that.
The bubble.
Yeah, don't go watch
Don't
that. Exactly.
look at our Instagram. It's Speakeasy as a band.
If you want to go find out if you want to go follow them on Instagram, their Instagram handle is Speakeasy is a band. One word, no spaces, no underscores, nothing. That was good. I like that too, by the way. Very smart. So, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, one of the things that I see as a musician, you guys have probably seen it too. Maybe you've played shows with bands like this. You have a big show coming up, and you're like, okay, we have to get the word out. We have to tell people. We have to tell our fan base. And some bands are just like, they'll come if they come.
posting a flyer is not going to cut it most of the
It doesn't
time.
Yeah,
do the
true.
trick anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't do the trick anymore.
Mhm.
You
It
gotta
just
get
doesn't.
stuck in playground equipment.
Right.
Yes.
You have to. Yep.
Yeah,
hmm
That's
Yeah.
that's absolutely
You
true.
you
Put
have to
yourself
do
in danger.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you have to
good.
do like Bad Cameo does and make music videos with dominatrix.
Yep.
Dominatrixes.
Yes.
I think
Oh,
is
yeah.
the plural of dominatrix.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to go the extra mile these days. At the end of the day, that's reality. And social media, video is king. Video is king on social media. So I'm telling these people here at the studio all the time at the station.
Mhm.
All right. I want to dig into your experience at Gasparilla Music Fest, and we're going to play a little, it's not really a game, but we're going to do a little thing I like to call checking the boxes. So we're going to do that. But go ahead and play your next song if you don't mind.
All
Cool.
right. This one's called Right On Back Again.
Here you come again to save me. Trace of a name on the back of my head. Little bit of levity, you persuade me. Walk me back to your tawny bed. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, how sweet the sound when that street come back around. Jazz jive like we won't bend, but we both know I'll be right on back again. Ooh, how sweet the taste. Cherry is your warm embrace. Dance down, so come on in, 'cause we both know I'll be right on back again. Here you come again to change me. Grace of a hand on the sharp of my chin. Go on, drink it up, hands on your cup. It's time to get rough and strange. Till the dawn comes creeping in. Ooh, how sweet the sound when that you come back around. Jazz jive like we won't bend, but we both know I'll be right on back again. Ooh, how sweet the taste. Cherry is your warm embrace. Dance down, so come on in, 'cause we both know I'll be right on back again. Ooh, how sweet the sound when that should come back around. Jazz jive like we won't bend, but we both know I'll be right on back again. Ooh, how sweet the taste. Cherry is your embrace. Dance down, so come on in, 'cause we both know I'll be right on back again.
Yeah, we both know I'll be right on back.
Yeah, we both know I'll be
Yeah, we both
right.
know I'll be right on back.
Yeah, we
again.
both know I'll be right on back again.
Speakeasy live music showcase here on 88.5 today and every Friday at 2 p.m. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you're watching the live stream right now, hey, let us know where you're watching from. I'm always curious because it's the internet. You could be anywhere. You could be in Alaska. You could be in Europe. For all I know, it's 9 o'clock in Germany, I think, right now, if I'm still doing all the math and the time change and all that right now. If you're watching, wherever you're watching from, tell us where you're watching from. Say hi. We are all about the comments there. All right, so tell us about your experience with Gasparilla Music Fest.
Eric, please.
Oh, so there's a story here. There's something.
Yeah. No.
Oh, he got
Eric-
real stiff. Why is he so stiff?
He
now?
didn't make it.
I
He
wasn't
was-
there.
Oh, he
Stiff
wasn't there.
Eric.
They had
Gotcha.
filled in. Somebody filled in for me while I
Yeah.
was away.
Gotcha.
He was
I missed our biggest gig.
Truly one of my favorites.
Yet.
It is really. It was a great time
Great
for
time.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Go ahead.
No,
No.
sorry.
No.
It's
No.
really no trouble.
They're
It
so
was-
nice they can't finish the sentence. They're
Yeah.
Like, you go first. No, you go first.
We played a great slot at the it was the amphitheater stage.
Yep.
It was the
my
the
favorite
last
one.
one. It was really cool. The last one on the Saturday that we were performing. It was great. There's still people that will come up to me and say, "I saw you at Gasparilla. That was great. I'm a fan because of that show."
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go to Eric and they're, I loved you at You're
That
like,
has
yeah,
happened.
it was
That-
it was really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a universal thing with musicians. I have that happen at gigs every now and then, where someone would be like, "Hey, I loved you at such and such." I've never played there.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, I definitely saw you. I'm like, it was some
Okay,
other bald
buddy.
guy. Definitely some
It
other
looked
bald guy.
great though.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
Whatever you were
Listen.
doing, it was great. I was not there. That's what I was doing. That was great. Yeah, it was perfect. So, all right. So that was your biggest show to date. So let's check a couple boxes. All right. So first and foremost, you have like 7 releases on Spotify, whether they're singles or they're EPs. Correct? Are any of those full length, or are they all
Nope,
EPs?
all EPs.
Okay, good. That's smart. So we have. I'll explain why in a minute. But so we have releases on Spotify and or other major digital distribution platforms, I would imagine, right? So that's one. You've got a major festival gig that you've played. That's another box checked. That's 2. 3, have we done any touring and or traveling as a band yet?
We've gone through Florida a good
That
bit.
counts.
And
If you're sleeping in your van or a hotel, you toured.
we've had shows out of state.
yeah.
Out
here
of
and there.
country.
We've had a couple shows in Ecuador.
Okay.
One in Mexico.
Okay.
But long stints, not really.
No.
Not any yet.
It's coming
yeah.
though.
We would
Yeah,
love
it's on
to,
the
though.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The great thing about this show is immediately every band that plays it gets a new tour route. It's through Scandinavia though, so
Great.
you got to get there. But once you're there,
We'll
you're
do
good.
it.
No, so all right. So we've got those 3 major things. What are the things that you guys want to accomplish in the next year, 2 years? Where are you guys at? Do you guys think that far ahead, or are you guys more like just getting it through a day at a time? Where are we at?
It's a good question.
Good question.
We definitely want to get out of state for sure.
Yep.
And be putting out more material
Okay.
and just everything that goes with that. Just
Across
be
the board.
Yeah.
figure out how to get more efficiency going.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're watching TED Talks on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're downloading our links to here's how to be a famous band without being famous. Okay.
I want to get interns.
You want to get
too.
interns?
Yes.
Unpaid.
We need interns.
Unpaid.
I think
Definitely not paid.
I think in the music business those are called significant others.
At
At first, and then you get the bankroll, and then they get to delegate to your interns. That's
Great.
really
Yeah.
there's room for growth in this
Great.
organization.
Yeah,
That's the
that's right.
key. Very good. Okay, cool. Well, after this next song, we talked a little bit about non-music talents and or gifts. Yeah, you should. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you didn't want it, I think we're gonna
Bring
chat
it.
a little bit about that because I think you and I share one.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, let's hear the next song. Go for it, you guys.
I think this is it. I'm sleeping in the surf again, going down with the ship. I'd love to take you under, and it's all too familiar, the course that we're taking. I could ride this high for a lifetime, don't you be mistaken. Keeping my head above the rising waves, doing my best to keep from drifting away. What I would give to just forget it and stay. She'll be the death of me, be the death of me. Right on the sun, out on the southern coast, looking beyond the southern distance lost. We can rebuild it all, but at what cost? She'll be the death of me, be the death of me. This way. Open air and blues in each direction. Hard not to stare to the blue and calling of ocean falling, and it's all too familiar, but I'm helpless as ever. Going down, might as well be together. Keeping my head above the rising waves, doing my best to keep from drifting away. What I would give to just forget it and stay. To be the death, be the death, right on the stroke, out on the southern coast, looking beyond the southern distance lost. We can rebuild it all, but at what cost? To be the death, be the death this way.
Yeah.
This is Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We are live in studio with Speakeasy. So we were chatting a little bit before the show about, say, non-musical talent. I know we have a couple here. Kay, you shared one really very,
Intimate.
yeah.
I didn't want you to share it on air.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I can do this. That's my feet making those
That's
noises.
I can't imagine what the audio
Yeah.
is sound like.
Oh, jeez.
we call that move the moneymaker.
Absolutely.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, Brendan, you have one in particular that I also can do.
Tell me about it.
Well, I was born with finger toes, just like you, I think.
Is that a real condition?
It is now. I don't know.
Very cool.
I haven't seen it in any medical journals, but I can, pretty effectively pick things up with my feet. I try to walk around barefoot as much as possible.
Yeah.
It's good for plugging in cables without
Oh yeah.
bending over.
Good for
hurting your back.
writing. If
Opening
your hands are
doors.
tired.
Yeah.
Opening doors.
Are you what's the word? Dexterous? Omnidextrous, I guess it would be.
I can do
I just
anything.
made that up.
Ken.
It's a word.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Well, ambidextrous is both hands, but it's feet now too. So
Yeah.
omnidextrous.
Pandextrous.
Pan. Don't tell me which one to use. I'll use whatever one I want.
Yes.
Play bass with your feet.
If you can play bass with your feet,
I
Come
can play
on.
bass with my feet.
The next
You-
song.
You mean to
yeah, the next song is entirely on the feet. You have
Yeah.
to check the live stream to confirm if that's true or not. Really,
Show
that's
feet.
how it's going to work. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll show
There you
feet.
go.
That's a whole other account. Mark, we got to work on starting that Patreon. You and me both. I
Yeah.
think. Mark's shaking his head.
I'd
No
pay
way.
for that.
Absolutely. No. So I want to talk a little bit about your music and where does the inspiration start? Because everybody has a different starting point when it comes to writing new songs.
In the writing process?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we've been
So
kind
start
of
at your feet and get up to your
Yeah.
head. No, I'm just
we've been going through a new writing process. We don't know what the end result is going to look like, but we have a number of songs that we are. They're not completed, but we keep joking and saying that they're finished. But we
It's
have
done.
It's done.
It's done. But we have pretty much a process. Right now, we haven't really done it before, but we are pretty much writing everything in one room together. In the past, it's been, one of us comes up with a demo or an idea or lyrics or something. But it's really, this has been more about feel, I think, more so than any of our previous projects. Can you guys
I just want to give a shout out to Jack's roommates.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jack's roommates have let us.
Shout out Seth, Mosier, and Cersei.
Yeah.
You guys are the
Yes.
goats.
In order.
We've been annoying them every day.
every day for like a month.
okay, so I take it that's where the rehearsal space
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so Jack, are your roommates bebopping around the house or the apartment or whatever it is, and
word for it.
they're like, that's what I say as a
Yeah.
79.5 million year old human being. No, are they into it or are they like, God, make it stop?
They're into it. They like to joke around with us, mess with us, say that
Okay.
it's annoying them, but nah, they love it.
Trick us.
Especially me.
Yeah.
After you guys have been in a
Yeah.
deep writing session, do they ever like walk in with like a box of chips or something? That's what I buy. I buy box of chips. Yeah, sharper image only. Do they ever walk in and they're like, "Hey, that song you're working on, that sucks," and they walk out the room? They ever
They
do
don't
that?
have to say it.
They don't have to say it.
Yeah,
They're like, we know
it's deferred.
it's a process, guys. Bear with us. The rent's due next week. Understand? That's okay. No, but seriously, like, I dabble in songwriting myself, and the hardest part for me is finishing a song.
Yeah, totally.
Oh man.
How many
Yeah.
songs do you guys have that you couldn't?
Well, we got
Close.
a spreadsheet right now. It's about 50.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh, we have so many demos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do.
Over
Yeah.
the years,
It's maddening.
I think a lot of musicians kind of have a lot of unfinished songs.
Mhm.
But I mean, you do those unfinished ones so that you get to the really good ones that you can finish.
Yeah.
So to that,
Yeah.
like to that point, do you often find yourselves when you start like new projects, like pulling from some of those projects, kind of like used parts, spare parts?
I
and
like to.
we have
applying?
done
Yeah.
that.
Do you do that?
There,
Yeah.
It for me, it's usually like a feeling that I like from it, or like a chord progression. It could be something small. I usually like trying to insert things that are from previous projects that aren't going to get released.
Right. Well, that's not. I mean, that's a winning strategy. Fleetwood Mac, for example, The Chain. That song. Are you familiar with that song?
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently that song. Reason why it's called The Chain is because they took a country western lick, and they took a big harmony moment, and they took some lyrics and they just started linking them together, and that's where that song comes from. That's where they were just pieces of unfinished song. They're like, these are all great. Let's just stick them into a single song, and that's what they did. So clearly, that's not a strategy that's going to leave people wanting. I mean, that's solid. So when it comes to arguments about creative elements in songs, because every band has those, how do you settle those? Or do you have those? Or do you guys you're just perfectly in harmony? Like, I love that. We're all in agreement all the time.
There's compromises that are made.
Yeah.
Everybody in the group is pretty submissive.
Except Kay, who would say
Except
that.
me.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
it
know
is.
about that.
Yeah.
No. So where are we at? What do you mean?
Just totally willing to bend to the will of
There it is.
any bit of criticism. You're right.
I don't think I can fit in this room anymore with Kay's like confidence just choking everyone. That's perfect. Oh, honestly, I mean that as a compliment. I really do. Because at the end of the day, as a musician, when you're on stage, if everything's falling apart, if your equipment's not working, if people didn't show up that said they were going to show up, the thing that's going to save you is confidence. Whether it's only on stage and you leave it on stage and you get off stage and then you cry in the bathroom. That's my personal strategy. That's how you do it. But once you're on stage, man, I once saw a show with the Hives, and I'll leave it at that, and then we'll go on to the next song. But I once saw a show with the Hives. One of the greatest frontmen I've ever seen was the frontman of that band, because I watched their band and their stage crew scrambling with technical issues throughout the entire show, and the audience had no idea, because that man was at 110% the entire set. And I mean, it saved their show. It made me want to go back to their next concert and buy another t-shirt. So if you have that on stage, the way you have it right now in this room, and this is not the easiest place to perform.
Thank you.
You're not in front of a huge audience. You're in front of our crew, and everyone's working very hard, and we're all very quiet.
I'm very nervous.
Really awkward.
Are you?
They all hate
No,
us.
not really.
They don't hate you. I guarantee you that. They're all here off their own volition. They wouldn't be here if they didn't want to be here. I hope, anyway. All right, so let's dive into the next song.
Let's say
Whenever
it
you're
before
ready.
we start this.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what that one
Last
was.
we were like, what were we doing?
Don't rewind that tape.
Have you guys heard this song? I'm going to play it right now. No, I'm kidding.
All right, yeah, this one's moving up and breaking through. It's one of our newest ones.
They say it takes time to make time. Making time ain't all I can do. Something still is making me pave my way, and I'm never gonna play the lose. Here I am again, but I'm gonna change my ways. I feel the soft twine on this line about to break, and everything around me is molding into shape. Broken backbeat of a song floats my way. Come around, moving out to the world, and I feel it crashing over you. You don't have to know it, you just gotta show it. Let yourself into the groove. Ooh, 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 anything I gotta do, yeah. Ooh, moving up, breaking through. That's what we try to do, y'all. Like you do, like you do, like you do. Alright. They say it takes time to make time. I never thought it'd take so long. I always thought that something would come my way, but I never tried to fight very hard. Here I am again, but I'm gonna keep my cool. I'm moving to the sound of the beat I choose. Oh, and everybody knows that I'm going breaking through. Learning how to dance in my new brown shoes. Had to learn to make do, ain't really making do. I never need to settle for you. You don't have to know it, you just gotta show it. Let yourself do what you do. Ooh, ooh, anything I gotta do. Hey, yeah. Ooh, moving up, breaking through.
listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We're live in studio with Speakeasy. So one thing that I'm hearing from the selection that you guys are playing today, at least, they're just so nicely, like, they're tight and they're well packaged, I guess you could say. Like, I can definitely hear, especially that nice hard stop at the end of that last song there. What was the name of that song again?
Moving up, breaking through.
Moving up, breaking through. Is breaking through in parentheses?
It's
There's
like
a slash.
It's a slash. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
slash
that's
thing.
fine. Just letting people know that's the song. If you want to go and listen to them on Spotify, the link is actually in our live stream right now on Facebook. If you search for WMNF's Live Music Showcase, you can join the live stream right now, and you can find that link right there and right then and there. So the reason I bring that up, I always love to dig into like that songwriting process. We talked a few minutes ago a little bit about like where things start for you guys, how you guys we kind of talked about finishing the song. But how do you guys know when your song is finished? Because clearly, I'm not hearing any like, sometimes the band were like, well, I don't know how to finish this. Let's just do some doo-wops at the end of it. Like, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, and we'll just fade it out, the classic fade out
Sure.
ending. I'm not really hearing that with you guys. So how do you know when your song is complete?
Well, we've kind of been anti-fade out, I feel like.
Yeah.
I was into that, and then they're like, nah,
Man,
we're
Jack
not
won't
doing
let us.
that.
I'm anti-fade out.
Jack's anti-fade out.
It's
I didn't
kind of
know
hard
that.
live to do a fade out.
Totally.
And so
Totally.
we try to make songs that will translate live.
We do a lot of quick stops,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out some
True.
new ways to make things end, but
Let's try a fade out.
If you want to workshop a hard stop right here on the show, that's fine. You can do it right now. Yeah. Just do.
I'll see.
There we go. Here, let's try. We'll do a build up.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go. There we go.
Jazz.
Yes, perfect. Yes. For anyone just tuning in right now, the entire band just had a seizure. That's right.
uh-oh.
Sorry.
No, it was good. Sorry, that sounded. Are you Canadian?
No, but I respect the way this is. Sorry.
Can we start a podcast after this show is done, Kay? Is that okay?
Yeah. What should we call it?
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Where's the O coming
Yeah. Where's
from?
the O?
You'll find out later.
Oh.
There it is. There you go. There's the hook. Someone start printing the T-shirts and the hats. It's perfect. Very nice.
Very cool.
No. So like when we're talking about like writing, so I hear, okay, we're thinking about how we're gonna sound on stage when we're writing the
Yeah.
music. Okay, that's an element that not everybody does. There are musicians that
True.
think the artistry of the craft of the song comes first, and everything else is second, right? And what you end up with is some really beautiful music that sometimes doesn't translate as well live
Yeah.
as it does to a recording, or even more so, vice versa. That you get the feel that you need to get from them live that doesn't make it to the record, because there's an element of how they are, their persona on stage, that doesn't translate to a recording booth, right? So how first of all, how long have you guys been a band?
Since like 2018, 2017 or 18.
2017,
Yeah.
2018, so
Yeah.
4 or 5 years,
Yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
around there. Okay, so in that process, did you guys figure out exactly how you wanted to sound from the jump? Did you? No.
No.
See, right off the bat.
Not
And
even
that's
close.
usually the way it goes, right? You're just kind of, well, let's try being a band. And then it's, well, this is fun. Let's keep doing this. And then it's, well, this is maybe kind of working. Let's maybe start taking it a little more seriously. And then that gradually starts to grow. So at what point in that 4 or 5 years did you guys kind of land on the sound that you are producing now?
I
Or
still don't
did
think
you?
we have our sound.
You don't think you're there
I
yet?
think there is a sound, but I think it's I don't think that's ever going to be like finalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about that personally.
I think
just
we
wanna
knew
make
from the
music.
beginning that we didn't want to be like hard, like a big rock
Right.
sound. We wanted
Mhm.
more of the funky, clean thing. And
Yeah.
that's what we've done. But there's a whole lot of influences that we all want to do.
Yeah.
And we each have different influences.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, it meshes.
Yeah, because like in your writing, like you guys mentioned earlier in the show, that like influences are like the Beatles and the Eagles, as far as harmonies go, at least.
Yeah,
But I'm hearing funk, and I'm hearing soul, and
definitely.
rhythm and blues. So what are those influences for you?
I mean, you've got more of like a
I come from more of a jazz background.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a great appreciation for soul. A lot of 70s groove-oriented things.
Who's your favorite?
Maybe
Ooh.
Stevie Wonder,
Really?
in terms of like a classical influence.
Okay.
Um,
Why?
his understanding of harmony and like making people move at that time, I think were just unmatched, and just doing it in like a positive way too. Everything's super uplifting, and I don't only love uplifting music, but that was listening to songs in the key of life
Oh yeah.
for the first time. I
Favorite
think
Stevie
just-
Wonder album.
Yeah, that really shaped my perspective of, especially when it comes to bass. Yeah.
Yeah, because I hear your pocket on your right
Mhm.
hand is very synchronized with Jack in there on
Oh,
the
yeah.
drums, and I mean that's so
It's
crucial,
important.
especially for the kind of music you guys are making. Because if that wasn't there, just wouldn't have the same feel. And the
Mhm.
feel, that word, I think, is just so desperately important to the kind of music you guys make, and you're nailing it, in my opinion.
Thank you.
In my humble opinion, frankly. It sounds great. It really does. So at this point in the show, we are coming up sort of near the end of the show here. But I know you guys have a set list ready to go. I'm curious about any songs that didn't make it to that set list, but that are maybe like the ones you were like, maybe we won't do that song.
Maybe a cover.
Yeah, you could do a
We-
cover if you want to.
We were considering a cover. We didn't pick one though.
Well, don't worry about it. I don't want to force you guys to do anything you don't want to do. But if you have one of those, I always like to throw a little curveball here and there. Yes, sir.
I don't know.
This
You
one's
do
called
one.
No Wrong. And it's an acoustic number.
Well, that's okay. I'll tell you
yeah.
what. Let's just go on to the next song, and maybe we'll come
Alright.
back to that.
Do we know what we're doing?
What is
There we
it?
go.
No.
And speaking
Let's
of which,
announce
by the way, this is Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We are live every Friday at 2 p.m. after the news headlines. Next week, we have a really cool band, a little bit heavy band called Holly Glen. You guys ever heard of Holly Glen? They're a local alternative rock band. They're going to be in here next week. So if you're into the emo rock kind of thing that we've had on and off here on the show, you're definitely going to be in store for a good episode. Anyway, go ahead and take it away, guys.
All right.
This one is called Good Things Must Go Away.
Nice.
Thank you.
Broken chains and words meant to hurt leave you feeling so much worse. If I could explain, then maybe I'd find out something more than this as kind of song. I'd see the truth in love is here. You'd help me find my way. But I can't stay. Oh, you know the good things must go away. Why is it so hard to say? Goodbye, you've flown away. I don't feel the famine. I think that things went a little too far. And maybe you could call me. Hey, or maybe you could walk straight out of my door. What's it even for? Just another broke down fear I can't seem to shake. This bright blue day. Oh, you know the good things must go away. Why is it so hard to say? Goodbye, you've flown away. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Can you keep your heart together? When
This is Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We're live in studio with Speakeasy. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's such a nice, I have a hard time with you guys not diving into like the music theory nerd and stuff of this, but just that really nice finish, just those hard stops. How do your audiences react to those when you do them live?
They don't know when to clap.
They don't know when, like
Literally.
Yeah, sometimes.
Are they done? Oh yes, okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So we're coming up to the end of the show here real quick. And I tell you what, since I know you have a couple of more songs, I'm not going to talk. If you guys want to do, we have two more. We have barely enough time for two more. And if I can make a recommendation, maybe do Grapefruit next. So that the whole audience gets the whole song.
We don't know that one.
I don't know.
You never heard that song?
No.
It's a good one. It's by this band called Spike
A
AZ.
song about fruit.
So I think they played it on the radio yesterday.
That was great. Thank you so
some
much.
goofball.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
that was me. That was a fun day.
Yeah,
can
let's
do
do
that.
that one.
Yeah, we can do that one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Breathe it in. Can you tell a love like mine from a good time? Have you been in under your skin? Is there something whole? How's it feel out of the real? I get the feeling you're feeling me still. Never the whole, giving her all, spinning her wheels. And are you down? Are you still open? Think something beautiful out of the broken.
Well, I'd wait twice as long to meet you half of the way. And I give more than all to keep us interlaced. I live for the sound, worship the ground. God is the music when she's not around. Well, I'd wait twice as long to meet you half of the way now. Half the way now, half the way now. Breathe it in. Can you tell a truck like mine from a cheap one? Silver linings, are you still climbing out of your hole? From Japan, that you love her making. There's nothing sweeter than a wish for the taking. We look better in bling. Start with the ring, call it our own. Well, are you down? Are you still open? Think something beautiful out of a broken. Well, baby, how I'd wait twice as long to meet you half of the way. And I give more than all to keep us interlaced. I live for the sound, worship the ground. God is the music when she's not around. Well, I'd wait twice as long to meet you half of the way now. Half the way now, half the way now.
You're listening to Live Music Showcase. That was Grapefruit by Speakeasy here in studio with us today. Man, it's been such a pleasure to have you guys in here. I mean, it's like I said, I've been listening. That song in particular has just been playing over and over again in my house. My dogs and my cat are tired of it at this point, but that's okay. They can't, mentally process music anyway, so it's fine.
Dog.
This show, unlike many of the other shows on this station has a huge crew of all volunteers who are here donating their time and their energy and their skill set to make sure that we have not only a clean sounding show but a clean looking show as well. On our live stream on Facebook, you can search WMNF's Live Music Showcase to follow the page and get notifications every time we do go live. For the show credits today, we have this week and just about every week Mr. Mark Perfetti, our sound engineer, making sure that the show sounds just as damn good as it does. And my goodness, it does sound good. Thank you, Mark, for everything that you do. For our post-production, we have Richard Stone. He's at home today. Hope you're feeling better, Richard. For our audio assistants, we have Pam Robinson. Video director today is Bob Hoke. Our cameras today are Maddie Stymack, Wade Abram, and Bill Dudley. Good to see you, Bill. Thanks for coming in today. Bree Shoemaker caught it, almost made it the wrong way, is our social media person today. Our photographer for the last time, for hopefully not too long, but he's going up to college up at RIT, Chandler Collado. We're going to miss you, man.
College.
Thanks for all of the hard work that you've done on this show and all the other stuff that we do together. I really appreciate you, man. I really do. So thank you for what you do. And I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We do this show every single week at 2 p.m. Oh, and Micaiah, our board op, of course, Micaiah Caldwell. How could I forget? Apologies, Micaiah. Every Friday, 2 p.m., we do this thing live. Next week on the show, we have Holly Glenn, and I might, hopefully have a special guest for us next week as well, but we'll see how that goes. You guys want to take us out with one more song? What do you say?
Sure, yeah. It's a nice dreamy one called In Dreams.
In dreams, you wander back to me, free and naked, as I found you, peeling bark off a dying tree. One slick breeze, and we're face to face in a crowded place, circling round, it's easy, and a paradise. And everyone's watching, yes, everyone's talking, but no, not a soul could come close to our waltzing around that stays wholly still as the years all flicker out, yes, out and in and out of you. In dreams, you play the absentee. I'm suspended in a half repose, wondering which world's for me. Circling, circling, circling round, oasis is sure to be found. In dreams, wander home back to me. And everyone's watching, yes, everyone's talking, but no, not a soul could come close to our waltzing around that stays wholly still as the years all flicker out. And I wouldn't leave if I could, though I swear that I need to, 'cause time standing still flowers none of the growth that it seems to.